So 2015 is almost over, and it's going to go down as the year I did nothing. I mean, I didn't go to college for 11 out of 12 months. I didn't have a steady job. I didn't even do anything like a productive waste of my time. Like reading, I read like 2 books this year. You know how long I've been working on The Martian? I'm still only this far in. Months. I've been working on this for months. I've just been going on Tumblr every day and watching Netflix. Like, a lot of Netflix. Crossed off some of these movies on like the list of movies I wanted to see. Is that productive? It's still watching movies. I was sitting on my couch. I like finished Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 after having those games for years. Is that an accomplishment? It took me years. I started drawing again. Is that like an accomplishment? I did a video before where I like found my jar of like good things that happened to me that year, and I like went through it even though I'd only been filling it up till like August or July or whatever when I moved. So I started keeping one this year. We'll see if I did anything like worth mentioning. This is the jar. I mean, it's not super full, but to be fair, I could have just like not been bothering to fill it. Oh shit. That was a bad plan. I don't know what I thought I was doing there. Oh, look what the first thing that fell out was. I thought that said KH, but it doesn't. It says 1K because I got 1K follows on Tumblr. Same thing. Are these accomplishments? It's Tumblr. I got a second tattoo. That was pretty cool. Went to record store day with my friend Katie. This one says getting a real job. Yeah, like I had like jobs, but not like steady or like paying jobs. So is this even a good thing? Now I have to work. Put in here red mohawk because I guess I just like my hairstyle. I got my driver's license fucking finally. Dropped it. That's okay. So I said hanging out with friends whenever they came back on break. Because all my friends went to college. Except for me. Put in parentheses Dairy Queen, mini golf, bubble tea, etc. because those are things we do. And I gotta admit, that was a lot of fun. Hanging out with friends, that is something I did. On the 4th of July, we got the cult back together. That was a lot of fun. The rest of these are like all concerts I wrote down, but like not even all the concerts I went to, just the ones I thought to write down. I wrote down Frank got here on the Celebrations show / meeting Frank / seeing Wild Things and Homeless Gospel Choir for the first time. And Wild Things are local, so I've seen them like a bunch of times since then, so some of the others are related to them, so I wanted to read this first. Like this one, filming the Masquerade video, which is a video for the Wild Things that I helped film. That was cool. That was like the first music video I did for like an actual band's real music video instead of just like one I made on my own for a song that was already popular. And then so I didn't get paid for that, but the drummer said that they'd owe me like a free t-shirt or something. So that was in like March, and then in November I got the t-shirt, which I should have been wearing it. It's like in the wash, I think. Nate Roos concert, which I got to photograph semi-professionally. I have this sort of like internship sort of thing with a concert promoter, which I get to go photograph concerts, and they don't pay me, but I get into the concerts for free, so that's pretty cool. One of them was a Nate Roos concert, which oh, there he is on my wall. Which one is, yep. So that was really cool. Most of the shows I signed up to photograph were for the Wild Things. Like I said, I've seen them a bunch of times because they're local. And then this one was like the first one I signed up for where they weren't playing, and then they ended up opening for it. So this one is a piece of confetti from the Boys of Summer tour, which I didn't think I was going to go to, but the last minute my friend said she had an extra ticket, so I got to go. I was waiting outside of a concert. Frank Aguirre on the Celebration again, they were playing with Against Me. It was like Against Me was like headlining, then Frank Aguirre was like kind of also headlining, but they played in the middle, and then opening was And a Girl in a Flight, also really good. I went home with their EP. So there was a big line, and these people came and like and asked what the show was, and some people were saying, and like, oh, when does it start? And I think I said the time. And this guy, I had a red mohawk at the time, and the guy said, I like your swag, and handed me a business card for his salon, which I didn't go to because it's like, I don't live in that part of town. I just went out there for the concert, but it was pretty cool. That was the first time I was in a mosh pit, even though I wasn't really like in the pit. I was like kind of on the edge of it, but it was still like getting body slammed. And then we went to Denny's at like midnight after this hardcore show, and it was like the most surreal feeling. It was like in between like life and death, the real world and whatever the hell Denny's is. That's everything in the jar, but like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean it's everything I did. My ticket for Star Wars, but I don't know where I put it. I like definitely meant to save it. What do we have here? This is a ticket for 21 Pilots. I saw 21 Pilots this year in Toronto. That was an adventure. I went alone, but I ended up talking to the people in front of me in line, so that was cool. Ticket for Mockingjay. I thought my tickets for Mockingjay were right here when I was looking for my Star Wars ticket earlier. No, this is from Crimson Peak, which I saw with Katie this year. Oh, this is for Mad Max. I must have been thinking Mockingjay. This is my schedule that I made myself for when I went to Buffer Festival, so I didn't have to keep like looking back. I just kept it in my pocket. So I went to Buffer Festival this year. It was awesome. This is the bracelet I got from Nate Ruth's concert. Again, Let Me Go on the other side of the barricade for 3 songs per set, which I didn't know was a rule. Apparently that's like a thing. You can only photograph for the first 3 songs. I didn't know that. No one told me anything. I saw Matilda this year. Let's see what else I can remember that I didn't write down. I go to Letchworth with my mom every year. We always go for the art festival, and then we just go around and like take pictures of the well, I take pictures of the gorges and stuff. We always eat at this cool restaurant by the falls. This right here is just a receipt I got from Mighty Taco. I went there with my friends after my friend's concert. Yeah, I saw a lot of my friends play concerts like Daniel Robinson, Subtle Words, and Teapot Thieves. A lot of the concerts I went at least with Katie to almost every concert I went to this year. I hung out with Katie a lot. I really hope I'm in focus, like at any point during this video. So I guess, I mean, I did do a lot, even if, you know, like I said, a lot of times when I would see people who I, you know, hadn't seen in a while after getting out of high school or whatever, and they say like, oh, you know, what are you up to? Where are you going to school? And I'd have to say, I'm not going to college. And they'd be like, oh, that's okay. Do you have a job? And I'd have to say no. And that, you know, be a little awkward. They try to come and be like, oh, that's okay. Like, you're taking your time or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you know, I have some odd jobs here or there, but mostly I'm just a full-time drain on society. Like, all that being said, it really freed up my time to do other things that I think were important to me and my personal happiness. And even though some really bad things happened this year, that I don't actually know how to follow that statement. Some really bad things happened this year, but some really good things happened this year too. I guess it's kind of impossible to go a whole year doing nothing.